Anyways, I'm going to show y'all the blood lilies today. And I'm going to take you through this path of terribleness. I'm still digging my little pond, right? And it's going a lot quicker now that I done got the ground covers and other plants out of the way that were planted here before. And I'm trying to get the ducks in about a month. Because I'm taking so long to finish the pond or whatever. Because I'm digging my hand is hard work. Okay, I'm not in that type of shape anymore. But I want to show you my blood lilies. So far I have two that have popped up. And don't they look cute? I swear, looking at them in the pictures on the internet is not the same thing as being able to see them out here. Now, from what I researched, they're supposed to attract hummingbirds and bees, though I have not seen visual evidence of that in my own food forest. And I guess you're probably wondering, why are these here? Because I had a weakness, okay? I like things that are pretty. It's a thing. Okay, so this is my little setup. My companion planted guild, if you will. So I have a rhubarb back here, which was actually doing a lot better until I decided it needed some more sunlight and chopped the leaves off. Well, I pulled them off of this elephant ear thing. Now it's down here roasting in the sunlight. So I guess this is supposed to be a Victoria rhubarb. I guess it doesn't really like full sunlight like that, which is why I planted it back here in the first place. But I didn't realize it was like that sensitive to like the heat. So that should be fine after the elephant ear grow back, which should take like 5 minutes. So we got that rhubarb back there, which actually is edible. You can eat the stalks on the rhubarb. The leaves are poisonous, leave those be. And then I have this lovely coral bark maple, which, although it's doing fine this season, I really haven't seen any growth on this tree, despite the fact that I did add quite a lot of mulch to this little setup. Because, of course, mulch breaks down and composts, blah, 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 and then it holds the moisture in. But I've also been doing the no-dig situation, which is how these blood lilies are planted. I didn't put these in the ground per se, like I didn't dig a hole or whatever. I put the bulbs like on whatever was here before, and then just dropped a bunch of mulch on top of them. So these things are sturdy. This is only 2 of them. I think I planted 5 in this little setup, right? And this is Japanese forest grass, which you can like barely see, and it's also competing with the regular grass, but it grows in. It's supposed to be taller than like this long grass, so at that point it should be able to safely shade that out and then soften this situation, and also provide a living ground cover for my coral bark maple. There's supposed to be another patch right here, but it probably did not agree with me adding all this additional mulch to it. So I've been trying to fertilize it and do some chop and drop to see if it decides it wants to live. And there should be 3 more blood lilies deciding, hopefully, if they want to survive here. Hopefully. But also these blood lilies should spread some. Also, from my research, blood lilies are not edible, and in fact are supposedly poisonous. So their benefit here is for my eyeballs. To complete this little companion plant setup, if you will, because they are supposed to grow some really large leaves to go along with these flowers, and between those and the forest grass, they should provide a nice ground cover for my coral bark maple. Also planning on adding some cascading raspberries to this setup, right? I don't know if you've seen the other videos about why I have Japanese maples here, but they provide an excellent trellis for raspberries and like grapevines and stuff. So once I add those cascading raspberries, I can just train them through here. It's about time to prune them back for the season so that they can get started on their growth for next season, because cascading raspberries fruit on the second year canes, not the primal canes, whatever the word is for the second year canes. Okay, so that is my little setup for this corner. So I'm hoping that when I get the ducks here, they will provide an excellent source of nitrogen to help this mulch break down and to fertilize this corner on my rhubarb to grow in nice and big. And actually, this coral bark maple is supposed to be providing the shade for that rhubarb so it doesn't shrivel up and die or whatever. It's my first time really just cutting back those elephant ears since it was like summer or whatever. So I didn't know they were going to be that sensitive to sunlight. So those elephant ears should be back in like 2 seconds. And hopefully the rhubarb will recover. And then that'll be fine. So we have my reddish color scheme over here. And the Japanese forest grass also should have some reddish coloring to them as they like mature. Because one of them is a sunflower Japanese forest grass. It's still just green right now, but as those fill in, I should have a nice little ground cover right here in this front section. And then that'll also be the ground cover for my cascading raspberries, which really, they're not like other raspberry patches. They kind of spread wide instead of close, like they don't clump. And they send out these really long things, canes that are like really bendy, like really flexible. So then it'll be draped through with my lovely little coral bark maple and have golden raspberries to complete this little situation. This is just my little raggedy pool pond. The fish are still alive. They're doing fine. The duckweed is spreading. I have regular duckweed and giant duckweed. Apparently the wasps also like this. Not that I'm trying to get close to them so you can see them well. I moved my sugarcane situation into the top of this little island over here. And then I've moved some jungle veil here too so that it can help add some structure to my little sugarcane island. Now let me get back before my little clumsy self drops this phone in here, then I'm going to have a bad day. But as the sugarcane grows in, right, it'll grow up here. It grows pretty tall, and then water comes off here when it rains. So the sugarcane is supposed to help break the what do they call it? Break the rain, if you want to call it that, and funnel it into my little fish pond, which I don't know how long these fish are gonna stay in here because ducks eat fish, right? So if I just leave them be, like that pond is really shallow, those fish really won't stand a chance. So they might become indoor fish in like 2 seconds. So I have some more flowers planted around here. Don't know if they survived. This is my other little fish pond, which it has a lot more water in it and is a lot more stable than the other. Like I only add water to this, so like now in this third week since I put it here, when the water levels start getting low. So hopefully the other ponds start looking more like this, and at that point the blood lilies will grow right up to the edge, right, and soften the edge of it so it looks less like a pool and more like a body of water with some plants around it. Okay, so anyways, that's just a little on my setup here around my little fluffles. So hopefully that'll fill in nice and thick over the next couple of years. Then we have just like this thick patch of blood lilies, which are also apparently called powder puff lilies or something like that. And fill in. We'll keep y'all updated on that. And I actually set up a buy me a coffee account. So if you want to hit the comment section in the description for links on supporting this channel, so I can buy some ducks and add a gazillion fafillion million more fruit trees to my setup, that would be lovely. Also, we'll be posting just like random pictures and short videos on there, so check the membership levels and, you know, support how you can, and I'll totally appreciate that. And that just helps me push out more content and, you know, work less doing other stuff and dedicate more time to being out here and developing this food for us. So thanks for watching, and this has been Home is a Jungle.